everyone, and welcome to our first episode of the Yorkshire Smokefree podcast with me, Claire.
And Simon.
So today we're going to be talking about the Stoptober campaign and what it's all about.
So the Stoptober campaign is an annual public health campaign which is held countrywide throughout the United Kingdom. So the campaign encourages smokers to quit during the month of October. It is based on a proven evidence that if a person can go for 28 days without having a cigarette, or basically 28 days without smoking, they are 5 times more likely to quit smoking.
Oh, that makes sense. I wondered why it was always 28 days, because I always thought, well, there's 31 days in October. Where's the 28 come from?
Perfect. That's a really, really good question that you've asked. Why 28 days when a month has got 30 or 31 days? So basically, the campaign focuses on a 28-day period because it is a significant milestone for anyone who's stopped smoking before. You know that within those first 28 days, that's the hardest for anyone who stopped smoking because you will be experiencing what we call withdrawal symptoms. So those 28 days, like I said, is a milestone for overcoming those toughest withdrawal symptoms, which I can go for days trying to explain what they are and what they normally display or come out as. So if you go through those 28 days, you are more likely to stop smoking or quitting for good. And it greatly increases the chances of a success quit. Yeah, perfect. So as you know, like I talked about the campaign itself. So like I said, it is an annual event. So there are themes for each campaign, and it's a yearly theme. So for this year, we've got a different theme, which is quite catchy, and I'm sure everyone can remember it. So the theme for this year is Let's Quit Smoking Together. So basically, like any other theme, like I said, it's a yearly theme. So the theme is kind of like, there is kind of like that catchy phrase, but there is more to the theme. So the theme for this year, like I said, it's Let's Quit Smoking Together. So the theme encourages smokers to make a quit attempt for 28 days, like what we're discussing, emphasizing on the collective journey that smokers have when you stop smoking, and community support available throughout the various resources to help them quit for good.
I love that. I love that theme so much. I think we get clients that say to us, I'm just going to set my quit date and I'm going to quit smoking, but I'm going to do it alone and I'm going to not tell anyone because I'm scared of failing. Whereas actually you're much more likely to be successful if you reach out for support. And it can be friends and family, but if you don't want it to be friends and family, it can be the online support, the community's there, engaging with a service like ours and getting your own stop smoking advisor.
I like the theme for this year. Like I said, it emphasizes on that collective journey and the community support. And like you mentioned the stop smoking services and everyone. We've got one-to-one sessions, we've got group sessions as well. So there's kind of like that community aspect of like helping people stop smoking. And talking more about the Stoptober campaign, and like I say, it is an annual event that happens throughout, the United Kingdom. So there has been quite a huge success with this campaign. From what I remember, I think it started in 2012. That was the first campaign that the public health actually initiated when it comes to the Stoptober campaign. And since then, I think there has been over 2.5 million people that have quit from the time that it started up until now when we have this year's campaign. So this year's campaign builds upon the success of previous anti-smoking campaigns by combining, like I said, supportive, positive messaging and practical tools, just like what we'll be discussing a bit later, the different tools that we offer in our service. For example, the Stop Smoking app that you will be talking to us about. So the campaign is ongoing, like I said, and it's a yearly campaign, and which is reflected in the success and the decline in the number of people that are smoking. So I think I don't know, I don't have the stats with me, but from the time that the campaign was started in 2012 up until now, the smoking rates have declined significantly, and thanks to the campaigns like the Stoptober campaign.
That's fantastic.
Perfect. So like we talked about the different tools that we can offer, or the tools that are available, especially for the Stoptober campaign. And going forward, I know we have this Stop Smoking app,
Yeah.
which is so fascinating, and it's got a lot of information. Would you mind just explaining what the app is and where I can get this app from?
Absolutely. I would love to. I am such a big fan of this app. So it's called NHS Quit Smoking.
Yeah.
So it's free to download, easy to download. And then once you've done that, it's pretty user friendly. It's easy to complete.
Yeah.
So you would create your own profile. And it's personalizing it. It's putting your own information in. So you can put in what your motivations are.
Yeah.
So they appear on the home screen every time you log in. It tracks your progress, which I really like. So it's counting down the days with you.
Right, right. So the 28 days that we're talking about,
Yes.
you can actually just track like from day 1 up to day 28.
Exactly that. Exactly.
Perfect.
And I think it helps it to feel a little less overwhelming. So the idea of just you're going to quit smoking and that's you for the rest of your life, that feels like a mammoth task.
Yeah.
Whereas 28 days, it's still a challenge, but it's achievable.
Yeah.
And then it's breaking that down even further of I'm going to do 1 day not smoking. And then you build on that. I'm going to do 2 days not smoking.
Yeah.
So it's just lovely that it keeps track for you and it celebrates with you. And it's measuring different things. So not only is it counting the days, but it's also after you've put in how much you spend daily on cigarettes or tobacco,
Right.
it counts the money that you're saving.
So it actually tells me how much I've saved from the day that I've started smoking. Oh, wow, wow.
Yeah, it's another powerful motivator.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the health as well. So the health benefits.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people think, oh, I've smoked for so many years, I've done so much damage that it's going to take years to undo the damage for my body to repair. The benefits come really quickly. So even like 20 minutes of not smoking, your blood pressure starts to reduce. So just knowing the facts along the way, it's another motivator.
Wow, wow.
So I love that.
And it's all in the app.
Yes, exactly. So it's all contained in that one place. And it's got different things for helping you cope with cravings throughout the 28 days. So one of my favourite features is a game. Did you ever used to play Snake?
Yeah, I used to play Snake on, I think it was a Nokia 3310.
Yes.
Yeah.
I had a 3210.
Oh, wow.
I loved that game. So they've got their own version called Conda. So it's very nostalgic.
Yeah.
So it's just fun to play and you can play it as long as you want. So, if you get a craving, it can take between 5 and 15 minutes for that craving to subside. So it's about distracting yourself long enough to get through the craving. So that's one example of something you can do.
Yeah.
There's a breathing exercise as well. It's really cute. There's this little smiley face that guides you through inhaling and exhaling, and you can do that as long as you want. Again, it's just something.
I like the breathing exercise because one of the, like you did talk about the health benefits of stopping smoking. One of the most common benefits is that your breathing improves when you do stop smoking. So the breathing exercise is kind of like a good test to see how your breathing has improved.
That's such a good point.
Yeah, that's really good.
And you could probably notice the differences from day 1 to day 28 of how you're doing with that.
Yeah,
that's fab. Success stories as well, which is really lovely. So just reading other people's experiences, so you feel not alone. You feel with other people.
I think the success stories might be a good motivation because, like we did talk about the 28 days. Those are the hardest times for anyone that stops smoking. So if you go on the app and just try and read what other people have been going through, and if you're going through something else, one of the withdrawal symptoms that we talked about, and you can actually read what other people have gone through, it is quite a good motivation, actually.
Definitely. And then there's a Discover tab as well. So there's lots of different articles, and they're quite quick articles for you to read through, depending on what you're going through, what questions you've got. There's things about mental health, there's things about habit and routine. I think that's a really important part of it, is that it's not just about setting your quit date and then gritting your teeth and hoping for the best. It is putting that action plan in place of how are you going to cope with changing your habits, breaking those habits, changing your routine, changing the behaviours. So the app, it does talk about habit, and habits are obviously formed by repeating an action over and over again. So smoking is a very ingrained habit. It becomes automatic. We're not thinking about what we're doing. We just do it because it's habit. So habits can be triggered by different environments, behaviours, feelings. So it's putting that action plan, as I say, in place of what are you going to do differently when you encounter those certain triggers. The craving's going to come. You have to, whether it's distract yourself, reach out for support, use a product, like whether it's nicotine replacement product, those sorts of things. So the app has a lot of great features, and I am a big fan.
Yeah. So like we said before, it's Stoptober, so it's time for people to register with the services which are close by to where they are. And then we have a lot of ways that you can get in touch with us. You can go online, you can go over the phone, and also you can have a chance to speak to one of our specialist advisors in the different clinics. Like I said, so many resources that are available. And remember, the theme for this year is let's quit smoking together. So for this Stoptober, everyone, let's quit smoking together. So take care, and we'll see you in one of the clinics. Cheers.
Fantastic. Bye. See you later.
See you later. Bye.